Dun, dun,
Ba,
dun,
ba,
dun,
ba,
dun, dun,
ba,
dun, 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 dun,
ba, ba,
dun, dun,
ba,
dun.
ba.
Kilted
Dead ball.
balls.
Yeah.
Woo! Welcome back, everybody. This edition of the Kilted Balls podcast is sponsored by Dew Claw Brewing Company with Sweet Baby Jesus. Just
That is
kidding.
awesome.
Just kidding.
Oh,
They don't sponsor us, but Dew Claw, if you're watching this, we do love Sweet Baby Jesus chocolate peanut butter porter.
that is the first beer that I ever liked.
I could see why.
Mm-hmm.
I just asked one of
Mm-hmm.
my girls, I'm like, have you tried this? And they're like, didn't you have me try that once? I'm like, no, because I didn't want you to
We don't
like
want to
beer.
waste it.
I'm not wasting it on you. So yeah, some
Yeah,
Sweet Baby Jesus.
that is super awesome.
It's a good way to start the night, right?
Yes, exactly. Well, while you're pouring, I have something exciting to say.
Oh, I love it when you have exciting things.
I am the newest member of the Epic Spa and Swim Spa, I think is their name.
I was Epic
Family.
Spa and Swim Spa.
I think it's Epic Spa and Swim Spa. I'll have to check.
All right. Well, we need more details. Oh, and yes, people, look, I got the hairs cut.
I know it looks really good.
If you
I
checked
actually I
last
forgot
episode, it
about
was
that because
so
we talked about
long.
it beforehand.
Yeah. It was so
Um,
long and it was annoying me. And like every time I was outside working, it was driving me crazy.
I'm sorry, Epic Hot Tubs and Swim Spa.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't gotten the official offer today, but they asked me today if I would accept an offer if they sent me one, and I
To
said yes.
to do what?
So it's a spa, it's a hot tub and swim spa store,
Mm-hmm.
and like it sounded interesting. I mean, it definitely like I'd be selling fun is what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And the very first question the guy asked is what brings you to the outdoor wellness territory? And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like this is awesome." So
Mm-hmm.
not only do they have hot tubs and swim spas, but they also have saunas, they have cold plunge, and a lot of the whole wellness pack. And not that everyone's buying all those things, but a lot of the different items that kind of click that wellness area. So
Those
I'm
are
selling
things we've talked
fun and
about a
wellness.
lot.
Yes, yes.
We talk about those a
So
lot.
like instantly I was like extra excited. So yeah.
Do you deliver to Michigan?
No, friendly, fast, courteous delivery in Cornelius, I know for sure. I'm not sure how much further.
So you probably didn't notice this or pay attention, but my mother has a very big fancy hot tub.
I missed that. I did not realize that.
Mm-hmm. Very big, to help her. I guess once you get over 90, hot tubs are
Yeah.
really useful, right?
That makes sense.
And this winter, the top blew off of it and it got bent.
Oh no.
It had like one of those nice automatic tops.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we had that bad stretch of winter here and it cracked it.
Oh, boo.
So she has to get a new hot tub, and her and my brother were out looking at them. They've been out twice trying to find
Okay.
because they're not just buying hot tubs, right? It's a
Yeah.
wellness device,
Mm-hmm.
and they're spending a crap ton on money to get the thing that they need.
Yep. So I heard that there's a party one. It's an 8x4. Which seems pretty amazing for a hot tub.
So you and I talk about the universe often.
Mm-hmm.
Not just my mom looking, but my wife and I just recently, I was like, shouldn't we get like maybe a hot tub for where our shade garden is?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, what would happen to the shade garden? I'm like, we would take it out and put a hot tub there. Like, that's what
Go
would happen.
away.
And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
why there? And I'm like, because it's attached to the deck and this screened porch. Like, it would become part of that whole part there. You know where
Mm-hmm.
I used to park the motorhome?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm,
That'd be super
I'm
awesome.
like, that'd be a great spot. And originally, I didn't think she liked little things that you learn about people after, 30 years or so.
Mhm.
Like we're not heat people, and so she's never liked a hot tub and never liked a
Yeah,
sauna. But we took this trip last year and she loved the hot tub. And then a few
nice.
times recently, I've been like, I know you don't like saunas, but I was kind of thinking maybe I needed one just to kind of help these old muscles relax stuff. She goes, "Oh, I think that'd be good." And I'm like, "What? Who are you?"
I love I mean, I like the wet sauna a little bit more than the dry sauna, but
Hmm.
both have, like, great advantages, and I told him, I was like, "Listen, I don't have a hot tub," and I told him I had both of those, but I was like, "For me, if I was ever at a hotel and they had a hot tub, like, I was in it." When I was
Yeah.
on the road, if I could go somewhere that had a hot tub, I was so excited.
Heck yeah.
So, yeah, it's,
Did you reach out to them or did they find you and reach out to you?
no, I found them on Indeed, and actually, I've been seeing them probably ever since I started looking. It kept on popping up,
Yeah.
but the pay was low, so I was like, like it could be fun. And I thought it was a different location at first, and then because this other location I'm thinking of, they do more like hot tubs and like foosball tables. So I
Ooh,
was like, if
nice.
it's that place, I don't care the pay, but I kept seeing it, and something just told me to try it. Now, and I asked him about that, and he's like, "Oh, well," he's like, "I put a lower pay because to make six figures, like, you have to be constantly improving." I was like, "Oh, this isn't like if I wanna be mediocre, like, I can't I can't, like, work, just half-ass everything." And he was just laughing. So, I was like, "Okay," 'cause, like, right away, he's like, "Okay, we do this, and the people who do well, they make six figures." And I was like, oh, because it doesn't say that on your listing. And he's like,
No.
well, I put that on there because that's why. So I was laughing.
And did you take Labor Day off?
I did. I said like actually I said Wednesday to Wednesday is off. So I have time in front and I have time in back, just depending on whatever.
Right.
And
So you
so,
can
yeah.
travel and do your stuff.
Mhm.
Because I don't know if
Mhm.
you know this, but we've got plans. So
I do. Yep, that was actually in the first interview I said that.
nice.
'Cause he's like, "Do you mind working weekends?" And I was like, "Well, in 2002, I gave up my weekends, and it just kind of been a thing." So, yeah, there's only one person in the Cornelius store right now, and
Oh,
so she has Mondays and Tuesdays off, and he's like, "Well, you'll come in, you'll have Wednesdays and Thursdays off, and so, and then you guys will both work weekends."
I think
So,
that sounds great. I'm
yeah.
excited. I'm
Me
excited
too.
for, like I said, I've been thinking I wanted one. And you don't have to deliver mine. You'd have to deliver my mom's, but
Yeah,
mine, I'll
I'd
just take a
bring
road
yours
trip.
up there. Yeah, I'll say I'll bring it up there. Put it get a little trailer. I'm coming up in a couple weeks.
I've got a trailer.
Oh, yeah, you can come down and visit.
I've got a
But,
sweet ass
so yeah, I'm
trailer.
pretty excited. I'm excited to I mean, it's gonna be learning a lot of new stuff. I'm super excited about that. And it's funny because 'cause they're like, "Well, what about when there's a customer who's upset?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm naturally a calming person, so there's that."
That is so
But,
beautiful.
yeah.
So, this actually ties into what I want to
Nice.
talk about, which
Good. Figured it would.
listeners probably think we script all of this crap, which we don't. Like,
Mm,
we're just in tune with each other,
yeah.
right? Like, that's the way.
But yeah, there's no way I'm gonna miss Labor Day and seeing a bear and hanging out.
No way. That's going to be so awesome. So, I was talking about this. I drove one of my daughters from Pennsylvania back to Michigan, and we chatted in the
Mhm.
car ride home. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to talk about this in the next episode. And she was like, heck yeah. So, you kind of brought into it. We talk a lot about manifesting things,
Mhm.
right? And, I have the sign that my sister gave me that is like people want it to happen, people wish it would happen, others make it happen, right? And
Yes.
we've talked about all the stuff with manifestation, multiple episodes. And this new position, you've been thinking hard about getting back into the workforce. And this
Mhm.
feels, to me, this feels good for you.
Yes.
And you could
Seems
make,
everything seems like it.
yeah. And you could think, oh, yeah, this is manifested and blah, blah, blah. But I was listening to this person a couple times online,
Okay.
and they started talking about manifesting. So they do like a little lunch video, and they were like, listen, like people, they're like, you've got to manifest. Like, I want, like, I'm going to have a beautiful dream house. I'm going to have a lot of money. And like some of you are like, how are you going to do that? And she's like, I don't know how that's going to happen. I just know that's how it's going to happen. She goes, and like, I told my fiance, listen, I hope you're ready because it doesn't matter what you want, because what's going to happen is I'm going to have the perfect family. I'm going to have this beautiful house. I'm going to have all of these things. I'm going to blah, 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 and all
Mhm.
this stuff. And I'm like, you are the people who give manifestation a bad name. Like
Yep,
when
I agree.
people laugh at me, one of our listeners will laugh sometimes when he sees me. He's like, oh, yeah, like you manifested it. I'm like, hell yeah, I did. And
Mhm.
I think my daughter put it best.
Oh, nice.
Manifestation does not mean the absence of action. You have to
I
have
agree.
action with your manifestation.
Mhm.
The manifestation opens you to be aware and cognizant of the opportunities,
Mhm.
but you still have to act. That person I was listening to was like, I don't know how I'm going to get a house, but I'm telling you right now, I'm going to get a new house. Like, I'm going to get this beautiful house, and it's going to happen. And in 3 years, I'm going to have this beautiful house. And how is that going to happen? I don't know how it's going to happen. It's just going to happen because I believe it's going to happen. No, 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 no. Now you're not manifesting.
I mean, there's a little bit there. It's better than saying the opposite
It's
because
way better than
we
saying the
know
opposite.
words are powerful. But yes, you definitely need energy
Well, and the way
to
I
make
thought
to
about
make
it
the world move.
was, if for the last 2 weeks, last 2 or 3 weeks, both lotteries have been super stupid high,
Mhm.
right? And you could be like, you know what? I'm going to manifest that I'm going to win the lottery. And you
Mhm.
could sit here every day and you could go through all the exercises they teach you on TikTok and Instagram and in the guru books. You can be like, I'm going to imagine myself winning it. I'm going to channel the feeling. I'm going to pretend like it's already true. So the universe is confused and thinks that that's already happened. I'm going to believe it in my soul that it's already happened. You, you still got to fucking buy a ticket.
That is true. That is
You
very true.
you still have to take action. You don't get to win the lottery if you don't play the lottery.
Mhm. You're
Like,
exactly right.
there has to be action with your manifestation. So that young lady who's like I'm going to have this big beautiful dream house. That's good. You've got to put that in the universe. Goals are
Mhm.
good. Objectives are good. That's good. But you shouldn't be like, I have no idea how that's going to happen. You should be like, this is how it's going to happen. I'm going to marry some surgeon who's world renowned, and then I'm going to get a dream house.
I don't know. I disagree with that because a lot of times, because that's in my opinion, that's the ego talking. Like I'm gonna do this,
Yes.
in the in your brain, your ego doesn't know how. It only can take the information that we have right now and apply that. And the how is all of this stuff over here. So you can have a plan, but that's not necessarily going to be the how. You can't really
No,
be
that's
married
true.
to how it's going to happen.
That is very true. We've talked about that a lot. Your
Hmm.
plan is not the plan. And
Yes.
if you're someone like me, you have like 30 plans. And you're like, hopefully one of those plans happen.
Hmm.
What I really don't think you can do though, and I may be wrong. Like I struggle with this, but I
Mhm.
really don't. But if you're sitting there every day
Oh, yes, I agree with it.
doing nothing,
Mhm, I agree.
I don't know how you see that happening.
Mhm.
Saying I don't know is okay. That's
Yeah.
for sure true.
Mhm.
But just sitting here every day going, I'm going to have a dream
Making a
house.
TikTok about it.
And that's literally what it felt like. It felt like they were like, as long as I keep saying it, it's going to happen. I'm like, you
Mhm.
you still have to take action. You still have to play the game.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what game you're going to play. Like maybe your
Mhm.
game is I'm going to make a lot of money. Maybe your game is that you're going to buy a Barbie dream house, and so then it was true. You got your Barbie dream
Oops.
house. Like
Yeah.
maybe I'll give that to them for Christmas. I'll send them that. And then I can be like, "Look, you manifested it. You got your dream house."
You got your Barbie dream
All
house. It's
right?
perfect.
But I think people often forget when you and I are talking about manifestation,
Mhm.
that does not mean to us the absence of work.
Yes, I agree.
And I think a lot of people think it means the absence of work,
Mhm.
which is not quite the case.
You definitely have to do something. You have to put forth, or just like you said, yeah, if you don't ever go buy the lottery ticket, it doesn't matter how much you believe it, how much you feel it, if you don't take the actions.
No, I had a kiddo once. I've got so many of these kiddos, right? But this one is like one of my favorite stories. This kiddo, eighth grader, like,
Mhm.
what are you going to do? Like, what's your plan for the future? Like, if you could do whatever, what is your goals? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Like, hard question for an eighth grader, right? But like,
Yeah.
give me something to work with here to get you where you want to be, right?
Mhm.
So let me help you, but give me the thing. And they were like, I want to play in the NBA. I'm gonna play in the NBA. That's gonna be my thing. I'm like, awesome. Like you're gonna play in the NBA? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, do you like basketball? And they're like, well, yeah, kinda. I'm like, well, like,
This
how
is
did
gonna
your
be
last
difficult.
season go? Like, how did the last season go? And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I assume you played seventh grade basketball or sixth grade
Mhm.
basketball, or they're like, oh no, I've never played basketball. I'm like, you've never been on a basketball team.
That's a
No,
slight disconnect.
right? It's a slight disconnect. It doesn't matter that they're putting into the universe that they're going to play in the NBA
Mhm.
because they hadn't played the game. Literally, they hadn't played the game. But they just saw it on TV and said, that's going to be me. I'm going to be on that guy on TV.
Yeah.
But because, that's something like a fifth grader would say. This was obviously older,
Mhm.
but that's like something
Mhm.
like if I asked Cal, I've asked Cal, like
Yeah.
last Olympics, he's like, I think I'm going to win a gold medal in 3 sports. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, 3 sports. And I forget what three they were, right?
Yeah.
But it was like breakdancing and wrestling and like maybe it was track or something.
Okay.
But I'm like, are you going to do any of those? What do you mean? I'm like you wrestle, but don't you think you need to take a class to learn how to breakdance?
Mhm.
Oh, oh, you're right. I probably should. I go, and then you got to get on stage and like do your breakdancing in front of everybody and like practice and do that. Oh,
Mm.
I don't know about that. I'm like, well, that's what you
But
got
yeah,
to
he's
do.
a little guy.
But he's a little guy. He shouldn't know that, right?
Mhm.
But that's kind of, I feel like sometimes people are emotionally stunted. And so then you get things like, well, I'm gonna be rich. Why are you gonna be
Mhm.
rich? Well, because I said I'm going to be.
Mhm.
Like that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. It's hilarious. Actually, it reminds me, and I don't remember the exact quote. Maybe you saw it, but because they were talking about U.S. soccer and like, oh, do you think and they were talking to Chad Ochocinco, like, do you think if the NFL players were to play soccer, they dominate. And he's like, no, like not even close. Like the infrastructure isn't here in the United States. Like they start playing soccer at 4 years old over there, like everywhere else in the world. And then, then those are the people who we're playing against in the World Cup. I mean, we have a few players who grew up in Europe, and those
Yes.
are our best players.
Yes.
So it was really funny. It made me think of that because it's the same idea. Like, oh, I mean, and if the United States would have gone further, it would have been really cool. Yay, cheer for the home team.
Mhm.
But yeah, we don't have the infrastructure here.
No, like,
Like
it's getting
that.
better. It's getting
It's
better,
getting
we're
better.
getting more, but, like, my buddy, like, we went out, like, he was like, "I really wanna play soccer." I'm like, "Let's go kick the ball around."
Hmm.
He wouldn't kick it right. He wouldn't kick it like a soccer player.
Yeah.
Like, we had to argue about it. He was scared every time the ball came to him. I'm like,
Hmm.
"Why are you scared of the ball?" "Well, it's gonna hit
Hmm.
me." I'm like, "You gotta kick it back. Like, we're just
Hmm.
playing catch with your feet."
Hmm.
Like, and
Yep.
he's like, "I don't know if I like soccer." I'm like, "What? Like, you told me you were gonna be, like, all pro." But again, he's at
Hmm.
9.
Hmm.
You needed to start when you were, like, 3 or 4, like you did for
Hmm.
wrestling, right? Like, you've been
Yeah.
wrestling that whole time, and whether you're good or not now is immaterial. The fact that you're living it
Hmm.
is what makes you better later, is because that's just your life,
Yes.
right? Like, some people, I always think it's funny, like, some people are like, "Oh yeah, my kid did this sport when they were 5, and then by the time they were 15, they were burned out." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that is constant." And they're like,
Hmm.
"How do you keep that from happening?" I'm like, "The easiest way is you don't let them start the sport
Hmm.
early." The other thing is you don't have them play the sport. They are the sport. Like, that is them.
Hmm.
Like, that's
Hmm.
just what they do all the time.
Yeah.
Like, that's who they are, right? Like,
Hmm.
people will often ask me, like, about teaching. They're like, "What made you be a teacher?" I'm like, "Nothing made me be a teacher. I am a teacher." Like, that's
Yeah.
literally who I am. Like, I
Hmm.
can't, it doesn't get shut off. It's like it's always in operation. Like,
Hmm.
that's just who I
Yep.
am. I
Makes
live
perfect
that.
sense.
Right? I
Mhm.
grew up in that. That's just
Yeah,
how I was. And I'm like, so that's just how it is.
yeah.
Like, so, and it's similar to those soccer players. They're
Mhm,
not playing soccer on, don't get me wrong, they probably are playing on league teams. But that's not the thing. The fact is that they're playing soccer every day, all the time. They just, that's their fun. They're just always playing
mhm.
soccer, right?
And it's almost like a boarding school, like, you don't stay at home and go in, you live soccer, and you study and do the things,
Right.
because
Like a lot
even
of our
watching I don't
basketball players.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, our basketball
same
players go
idea.
to special schools where all
Mhm,
they do is basketball, and then they also study, which is totally
mhm,
different than like a normal school where athletics supplements the academics.
mhm,
Those schools, they're like, "Listen, we don't care about your academics because you're going to go pro and make 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 10 million."
mhm.
So you're going to hire people to do all of your thinking for you. So we're not
Yeah,
worried about that. Unless you're
yep.
Shaq, then you worry
Mhm.
about that too. So
I like Shaq.
I
He's a
like
cool
Shaq
guy.
too. He's fun.
Mhm.
I did a brief mini the other day, not
I
totally
did see that. I was
switching
the first
gears.
person to like it.
Were you? I never pay attention. I'm so
Mhm.
sorry.
Yeah, I got
Anyway,
the little
this
bonus.
ties into your manifestation,
Oh.
by the way, because
Mhm,
you've been not just saying you want a job, you've been doing things to get you the job,
mhm.
right? Like, it's not accidental.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you manifested it, but you also did action.
Mhm.
So I think action's important. Play the game. So
I agree.
speaking about playing the game, I checked out the Jesse Itzler Living with a Seal. Have you read
Yes.
that or audiobooked it?
I have not. Like I almost brought it up if to see how far you were through with it, but I'm glad it worked out like this
I
better.
haven't read it since I've been back
Okay.
purposely I've been trying not to read as much because I read a lot. But um I was, on an airplane, so I'm like, oh, I might as well read. I
Mhm.
downloaded 2 or 3 books, got on the airplane. I'm like, you know what? Let's see what this book is about. And I like it because just an easy read. And he does a
Yeah.
lot of his history, which you and I
Mhm.
know because we're Itzler fans. But
Mhm.
like I thought it wouldn't have any of his history. But it like
Okay.
talks about how he got his break in the music business, talks about how he met his wife, right?
Oh,
Talks
that's
about how
cool.
he founded the jet company. So it's
Mhm.
not just about him living with a Navy SEAL. It's about his whole story is mixed in with that, which is cool.
Nice. Mhm.
But it's a good
Oh,
book. So people, if you
nice.
get a chance to listen to it, man, I'm only, I don't know, halfway through probably, and I'm like, this is good.
Nice. I know I was thinking I've been running a bit more. And actually I'm actively in a fast. I just
Ooh,
about 3.5 hours ago I crossed my 2 day mark. But when I was running, I was like just thinking of them like, I don't get tired and running and just like because sometimes I'm like, oh, like I ran this morning and then like just in the evenings I feel like going for a run or getting on the Peloton and going for a walk jog. Like just like sometimes I try to talk myself out of it and I'm like, why? Like, why don't I just do it again? Like, who cares if I have to take another shower?
right.
Like, so I'm doing that, but I've been listing a lot of things. So it's funny, like when I start doing the other things, like how stuff falls into place.
Yeah.
Like when I do the stuff that I'm thinking about, like taking action,
Hmm.
and the job falls into place, and this and that, and so yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I used one of his lines today. So the Navy SEAL, they only call him SEAL the whole book, so it doesn't say his
Okay.
name. But he sounds kind of like Jack Reacher in the TV series is kind of what it
Okay.
reminds me of. But like I forget something happened where he was like hurt, not the SEAL. Like
Mhm.
Jesse Itzler was hurt or something. And he's like, "Yeah, I can't run. I'm like hurt." And the guy's like, "Are your legs broken?" And he's like, "No." And he goes, "Well, if you have legs, you can run."
Mhm.
Like, I don't understand what you're saying. You have legs, you can run. What do you mean you can't
Mhm.
run? You obviously can run. You have legs. Go run.
Yeah,
like
that's
it
awesome.
like it's matter. And I had a kiddo today who was like talking about his sister who's one of my wrestlers. I was like, "Oh, they weren't at practice." And they're like, "Oh yeah, she went to the hospital today, said she couldn't like walk. Like she woke up puking and she couldn't walk." I'm like, "She couldn't walk?" And he's like, "No." I'm like, "Were her legs broken?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Then why couldn't she walk?" "Well, she was dizzy." I go, "Well, then say she was dizzy."
Mhm.
Like I'm like, "Don't say
She
she
was
can't
falling
walk."
down. Yeah.
She could
Can't walk
walk.
is pretty extreme.
Yeah, I'm like, that's when you say you can't walk, that's a pretty drastic thing. And that's what you're
Mhm.
doing. You're trying to make it drastic and trying to get
Yeah.
emotional responses.
Mhm.
But when you turn that around on somebody and you're like, wait, could they really not walk?
Mhm.
And they're like, oh, no, they could walk. It was just hard. Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's totally different.
That's different.
That's
That's
totally
different.
different. So they could walk.
Well, you know that I love being barefoot, wearing wrestling shoes or no
Hmm.
soles, anything like that. And one cool thing is it's actually been a couple months now. Like I've been very limited wearing anything with the sole. So, even when I'm running, I've just been, either wearing one of my shoes that don't have a sole at all, or just barefoot. And it's been like and we've talked about this before. We talked about this many years ago when the Vibram Five Fingers like got really
Yes.
popular, like people trying to convert right away, and it takes a little bit of time. But yeah, it's awesome now. Like everything is feeling amazing in my body.
Nice. Mine does not.
Yeah.
I went for a
Well, you're a
little,
lot older than I am. You
I'm
gotta you
so much
got a few months
older.
on me. You got a
I
few
went for a
months.
little run today. Like my health bit thing yells at me all the time. And today I was like, man,
Mhm.
you got great sleep. You're well recovered. You should knock out like a run walk thing. And so I'm like, yeah, I was planning on anyway. It's a Tuesday. I'll be
Mhm.
working out. I'll do a nice little run walk. But like I got done. I'm like, I like just don't feel great. It wasn't bad.
Oh, boo.
Like, like I
Yeah.
didn't like I wasn't like dying, but like I went right from there to like dinner and stuff, and I get up and I'm like, I need to stretch.
Mhm.
I need to stretch.
Yeah,
I need to
that
get
was me a few
loose.
weeks ago. Like, I just was constantly stretching my back out
Yeah, that's
because
how
I was
I
like,
feel.
"Something's up."
I'm like, I need to just do back stretches for like half the day.
Mhm.
And I think it helps. This is for you, Stacey. I think it helps when you're little. You and I are both well over 2 bills, and it's hard moving that much weight
I'm
around.
I'm moving the opposite way. I'm
Yeah,
moving the opposite way.
you keep moving the other way. I'm just hoping to stay even. Though I would like
Mhm.
if I could get back down, I'd be pretty happy. So,
Yep.
and I am clearly on a
We'll see what
fast as
happens.
well.
We'll see what happens by when I see you next month.
Woohoo! When you're in your little bikini in Lake Superior,
Yeah.
the
I have to remember to bring it.
water was cold. All right. Well, we've gone well over time.
Oh, man. This was a
Listeners,
great episode.
hopefully you had a good time with us.
Mhm.
I had a good time with you. So
Yes, I had an amazing time.
nice. Well, anyway, do something awesome. Remember, if you're manifesting, have some action. And congrats, Kilted, on the new gig. I'm excited to
Thank you.
hear more about it. So,
Mhm.
all right, people, this is Ballbuster signing off.
Kill the Dragon Jerry. Love you all.